Hello, and welcome to Sports Culture, the show that blends the world of sports and pop culture. I'm Dayton Abbott. Since today is the second episode of the show, let me explain how the show will work. The show will be made up of 3 segments. The first will be called Sports, where, as you may have guessed, we'll talk about a sports topic, story, game, league, player, etc., so on and so forth. The second segment will be called Spotlight, where I will talk about celebrity news, a movie TV show I recently watched that I want to talk about, a song or album that's been released where I give my opinion, etc. And the third segment, which is last but not least, is called Recommendations, where I will recommend a sports game to watch, a song I really like that I've been listening to, or a movie TV series I'm currently watching or a finish to check out. Also, if you see me looking to the side of my screen, it is to make sure that I stay on topic or I look at some notes. And so now that you know what to expect, here's our first segment, Sports. And in sports this week, we're going to be talking about the LA Rams. Yes, my favorite team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams. More specifically, we're going to discuss how they are 3 weeks into the season, looking ahead to the next 3 weeks of the season. I'm going to give you my predictions on all that. And I'm also going to give you one thing I've liked this season about the team, one thing I have disliked about the team this season. So, 3 weeks into the season, into the new NFL 2023 season, the Los Angeles Rams have a record of 1 win and 2 losses. The first win of the year coming on opening week, where we took on the Seattle Seahawks. We beat them. Week 2, we would take on the San Francisco 49ers, who are, might I say, early, a Super Bowl contender. And they beat us quite handedly at home. It was not... We put up a fight, but it was their game, all in all. And then most recently, on Monday Night Football this past week, we lost to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals in a game where I think we could have won it. The defense was really keeping us in it. We just didn't manage to convert field goals into touchdowns. And what I mean by that is we took the field goal, we didn't convert in the red zone and put up touchdowns, and so that cost us. And Joey Burrow just came back using Jamar Chase, his favorite weapon, and ultimately won them game. And that's how we're at 1-2 so far this season. And so looking ahead for the next 3 weeks, in week 4 coming up, the Los Angeles Rams take on the Indianapolis Colts. Week 5, we're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and week 6, we're taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And so my predictions for those 3 weeks is I think the Colts will be a good test. However, me being a Rams fan, I think we can win. The Colts are a strong team, but I think we can win, so we'll chalk that up to a W, so we're 2-2. Eagles are going to beat us quite handily. I think they can go back to the Super Bowl again with that defense and with the offense they have is unreal. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. So we'll chalk that up to a loss. That's 2-3. And then Arizona, I think we could beat. I think it's a divisional battle. I think we got to win it. And so we're going to go 3-3 in the next little stretch. So I predict 2 wins and 1 loss. So that brings us to an even 3-3. So I think we're going back to 500 based off that record and based off the teams that I've seen so far. And in closing out sports, we're going to talk about one thing I've liked and one thing I've disliked about this year's team. And so one thing I've liked is the emergence of young talent. I think we have a lot of young talent on the roster, notably that the wide receiver that's been getting a lot of praise and talk is Puka Nacua. And rightly so. He's been setting records. He's been setting the team on fire, helping us out since Cooper Kupp got hurt. And so I like the emergence of young talent such as Puka and all the help that we've been getting on the defensive end as well. Byron Young, super helpful. And yeah. However, one thing I dislike is injuries. I think injuries are so costly. I think if we started the season with Cooper Kupp, that would be so beneficial. I think on Monday the commentators really stressed the importance of the O-line staying healthy to help block for Matthew Stafford, who's getting older. So I think injuries, if the team can stay healthy, then we're going to go far this season. But so far, injuries have been holding us back a little bit, to say the least. But yeah, that's the Los Angeles Rams, my predictions and stuff. Let me know what you guys think about the Rams and my thoughts, and if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. And so now we'll move on to the second segment of Spotlight. And in the Spotlight, once again, is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, where the rumors have heated up. She went to see him play in Arrowhead at the Chiefs game this past Sunday. They both went to dinner after the game, where they rented out the entire restaurant. And so that's your Travis Kelce Taylor Swift update. I don't know where it's going to go next. We'll have to see as the news picks up and develops on both of them. It could die out. It could heat up again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. However, in Spotlight, I want to talk about a new couple that recently was formed. which was Pete Davidson and and Madeline Klein. And the question I keep asking myself is, how does he date or rumored to date so many women? Currently, he is rumored to date Madeline Klein from Outer Banks fame. She played Sarah Cameron. And this was after she flew out to his show in Las Vegas this past weekend, according to multiple sources. So I want to reveal a list of Pete Davidson's dating history and just kind of go down the line of the notable names that he has dated so far. Starting with his MTV days with Carly Aquilino, I think that's how you say it, Aquilino. Then we move on to Kazi David. Then we go into the Ariana Grande phase of that. Then we go on to a little bit older, Kate Beckinsale. He was dating older women for a certain time frame, a couple of years, I believe. Margaret Qualley included in that list, Kaya Gerber, Phoebe Dynevor. Some of these are not all older, they're younger as well, but I'm just listing them off. Kim Kardashian, a little bit older, along with Kate Beckinsale. And then he moves on to date model Emily Ratajkowski. I can't say that for some reason. Ratajkowski, that's how you say it, Emily Ratajkowski. And then he was dating Chase Sui Wonders, who he was acting with, and now most recently Madeline Klein. And all of those names I've listed are absolutely beautiful, beautiful women. And so I want to know, like, how does he date all these women, or is linked to date all these women? Is it the looks he has? Is it the humor? Is it something we don't know about, that maybe he's just a really nice guy? Maybe that's it. Or it's a combination of all three. Maybe it could be that. I don't know. I guess we'll just never know. And I promise that segment, that spotlight and this segment as a whole is not going to be just a dating segment. I know I've done it for the first 2 episodes. However, these are just things that I come across and I wanted to talk about. Currently on Netflix, I'm watching The Walking Dead. Again, I've watched the first couple episodes, but I've never really watched it fully through. So I'm going to keep watching it fully through and give my thoughts maybe on Spotlight. Probably next week, I'll give an update on what I think of the series so far and some of the characters I like, some of the plot points I like. And yeah, we'll go from there. And then moving into the third segment, it's time for my recommendation. And so this week's recommendation, with fall being the season we are in, is to check out the Toronto Blue Jays. It's the last game of the season. They're battling for a wild card spot right now to get into the postseason. And so the last game of the season is this Sunday, October 1st. It'll be an afternoon game, 1:07 p.m. Mountain, against the Tampa Bay Rays at home in Toronto. As always with every Jays game, you can watch it on Sportsnet. 1:07 might not be the start time Mountain Time. I was looking on the Sportsnet app. It could have been in Eastern Standard Time, so check your local listings. And the reason I'm recommending baseball is because it's fall, and nothing is better than postseason baseball as a sports fan. Except maybe football on Sundays, but you get the point. Every moment in the postseason means so much more. There's less games to win. They play 162 games, but then they have to win each series to get to the championship. And every single thing that they do is towards that championship goal of winning a World Series. So if you haven't checked out a baseball game yet this season, or if you've only had a couple, I recommend checking out the last game of the year. And then let's cheer on the Jays in the postseason, because it's going to happen. We're making it happen. We're speaking it into existence right now. The Jays are making the postseason. I'm going to wear my jersey, and I want to watch postseason Jays baseball. Let's go, Jays. And so, yeah, that's all the time we have for this episode of Sports Culture. But if you like the show, you dislike the show, any comments at all, feel free to leave them down below, including future recommendations of yours that you want me to check out, as I might even include them in my recommendations segment in the show. If you'd like to follow me, you could do so on Twitter or Instagram. My Twitter is @Dayton__Abbott, and my Instagram is Dayton.Abbott. Yeah, take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.